You're watching WMAR 2 News.
I'm Megan Knight with your WMAR 2 News update. One person is dead following a shooting inside a Northrop Grumman facility in Anne Arundel County. Police say two contracted security officers got into an argument at the location in Linthicum last night. One pulled out a gun and shot the other. A third worker stepped in and detained the suspect until officers arrived. No names with this have been released, and Northrop Grumman employees were not involved with this. A company spokesperson says they are working with law enforcement, and the safety of their employees and contractors is their top priority. Well, today, state lawmakers are expected to take up several bills in Annapolis, including a plan to redraw Maryland's congressional districts and also a ban on agreements allowing local law enforcement to work with ICE agents. Meanwhile, Republicans are pushing back on Governor Moore's proposed legislation aimed at lowering energy costs. The governor says it will boost energy transmission, backfill clean energy subsidies, and provide more rebates to ratepayers. But Senate Minority Leader Steve Hershey says this bill doesn't address both the short-term and long-term challenges.
Maryland doesn't have enough in-state generation in the state, so we're relying very heavily on states like Pennsylvania to generate electricity using thermal sources and then transmitting that energy back to Maryland. And that's becoming a most expensive proposition that's out there.
And changes to the governor's proposed bill will likely happen between now and the end of session. Today, the Ravens will officially welcome their fourth head coach in franchise history, Jesse Minter. He previously worked as the defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. Minter is replacing John Harbaugh and actually got his start in the NFL with the Ravens and Harbaugh, working on the defensive staff from 2017 to 2020. Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta and President Sashi Brown will also be at today's news conference.
Today we'll be dealing with a lot of sunshine. It's not going to help us warm up much. We will only climb into the upper teens and the lower 20s. Out there feeling more like the teens this afternoon. We have a sunset time of 5:24. And once the sun goes down, our temperatures plummet down into the single digits, feeling like the negatives, anywhere from -5 to -10 degrees. So this warrants cold weather advisories. I know I've been showing this map all week long, but the National Weather Service keeps issuing these advisories because of how cold, how dangerously cold our wind chills are going to fall. So this will actually increase the threat for frostbite and hypothermia in a very short window. So just make sure you're limiting your time outside today or even tonight. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, 20 degrees tomorrow, dropping into the single digits as we wake up this weekend. And for your Saturday, we only rise to 19 degrees, possibly nearing record cold. But then we have that storm system, that winter storm likely staying to our southeast. So snowfall totals around the Baltimore area look very minimal. And then early next week, bringing back more sunshine, warming things up back near freezing. Megan?
Oh, those 30s are going to feel good. Stevie, thank you. Well, help us get coats to those who need them. WMAR is partnering with GBMC for our first ever Coats for Kindness drive. Scan the QR code on your screen for a list of drop-off locations. We'll be collecting the coats through February 28th and then distributing them to GetCo and the Mr. Mac Lewis Foundation. And you'll find the latest on the top stories of the day by going to WMAR2news.com. And for your news and weather while you're on the go, be sure to download our app. Thanks for watching. I'm Megan Knight.